If you've been in business analysis for more than a week, you've probably heard about Babok. And if you're preparing for a BA certification, let's just say you're about to spend more quality time with Babok than with your partner. But here is the thing, most people open it, see 500 pages and think,
No!
it's actually not that bad. Babok is a practical guidebook that explains what business analysts do, how they do it, and how to do it well. My name is Andrei, I'm a certified business analysis professional, and in this video I'll make it simple. What Babok actually is, what's inside, and why it's not as scary as it looks. Babok stands for Business Analysis Body of Knowledge. It's a global standard that defines the tasks, techniques, and competencies that business analysts use across different industries. It was published by the International Institute of Business Analysis, or IABA for short. The same organization that certifies analysts with the ECBA, CCBA, and CBAB. The latest version is Babok version 3, and it's structured around 6 knowledge areas, plus a bunch of supporting sections like key concepts, perspectives, and techniques. Think of it as a map of the entire BA profession, from discovering business needs to making sure the solution actually delivers value. Let's break down what's inside. Introduction and key concepts. This part explains what business analysis is and introduces the business analysis core concept model, or BACCM. It includes 6 fundamental concepts: change, need, solution, stakeholder, value, and context. Every BA task you'll ever do connects to these 6 elements. They're like the DNA of business analysis. The 6 knowledge areas. This is the main part of Babok, the what BAs actually do part. Let's go through them one by one. First up, business analysis, planning and monitoring. This one's all about preparation. It's where you figure out how you'll approach your analysis work, who your stakeholders are, which techniques you'll use, and how you'll track your progress. Basically, it's your plan to make sure the rest of the project doesn't turn into chaos. Next, elicitation and collaboration. This is where you go out and get the information. You talk to stakeholders through interviews, workshops, observations, whatever it takes to uncover the real needs. It's also about managing communication effectively, listening, asking good questions, and keep everyone on the same page. Then we have requirements lifecycle management. This one's all about keeping your requirements under control, from the moment they're discovered until they're retired. You make sure they're traceable, handle changes, and confirm that every requirement still connects back to business value. Basically, it's about maintaining order in the chaos of evolving needs. The fourth one, strategy analysis. Now we zoom out a bit. This is the high level why we are doing this part. Here you analyze the current state, define the desired future state, assess risks, and recommend the best path forward. It's where business analysis meets business strategy, helping organizations make smarter decisions before they even start building anything. Next up, requirements analysis and design definition. Here you take everything you've elicited and start refining it. You analyze, model, validate, and define possible design or solution options that meet the business need. In simple terms, this is where ideas start turning into something real that developers, designers, and testers can actually use. And finally, solution evaluation. This is the did it actually work stage. You measure the solution's performance, identify any gaps, and recommend improvements. In short, it's about making sure you solved the right problem and that you solved it well. Now, here is something really useful to know. Each knowledge area in Babok follows the same structure. Inside each one you'll find tasks. These describe what needs to be done, inputs and outputs. They show what information you start with and what you produce. Elements. This explains the key activities or techniques inside each task. Guidelines and tools. They cover the things that help you perform task effectively. Stakeholders and techniques. These show who's involved and which approaches work best. So every knowledge area is like a mini handbook on how to perform that part of analysis, with all the supporting details in one place. But Babok doesn't stop there. Besides the 6 knowledge areas, it also includes several supporting sections that make it as a complete reference for business analysts. First, underlying competencies. This describes the soft and hard skills every BA needs, things like communication, critical thinking, problem solving, and business knowledge. Basically, these are the skills that make all the techniques actually work in real life. Then, techniques. This section is gold. It includes 50 different tools and methods, from SWOT analysis, process modeling, and stakeholder maps to use cases, decision tables, and estimation. This part is where theory meets practice. It's the how behind all BA tasks. And finally, perspectives. These are practical lenses that show how business analysis looks in different environments, like agile, business intelligence, information technology, business process management, and business architecture. Each perspective tweaks the approach slightly, showing how BA work adapts depending on the context. Now, you might think, okay, that's a lot of structure, but why should I care? Well, here is why. You don't have to memorize Babok to be a good analyst, but understanding its structure helps you think like one. It gives you a common language with other analysts, help you plan your work systematically, and reminds you why each activity or deliverable exists in the first place. And if you're preparing for an IBA certification like ECBA, CCBA or CBAP, Babok isn't just a reference, it's your roadmap. In fact, I've made a separate video where I share how I passed the CBAP exam, with real tips, tools, and things I wish I'd known earlier. You'll find the link in the description below. But even if you're not planning to get certified, Babok is still a brilliant framework for structuring your thinking and improving how you deliver value as a business analyst. If this video helped you finally make sense of Babok, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. And remember, understanding Babok isn't just about passing an exam. It's about seeing the bigger picture of what business analysis looks like. So, keep learning, keep growing, and I'll see you in the next video.